Episode 3653, What's Driving Your Excuses?
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. It's Monday. It is. Are you ready? Did you survive the weekend? Maybe I really should be asking the question, did the weekend survive you? Maybe March Madness, did your team make it? Who's going to the Final Four that you're rooting on? Anyway, well, it is Mindset Monday. We've got to get our leadership on so you can impact the world that you touch. So what's driving your excuses? For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already haven't had the opportunity, you want to head on over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter. The Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by AIM, inspiring connection and community. Okay, can I just tell you, it has been a weekend. My brain was burned with numbers. It's called taxes. Have you done your taxes yet? My brain was burned with rain, just so much of it. I love it. It's that season, right? Spring, you need rain to bring out the flowers. Everything's in blossom. I covered myself completely with pollen, taking the trash out because there was so much pollen out that had fallen. Oh my goodness, it was like all over me. And of course, what did I have on? A white shirt. Yeah, so that was my weekend. How was your weekend? Like I said, did your weekend survive you and not the other way around? Because a lot of times we're in the driver's seat. But today, I want to put you in a different driver's seat. Life is not about what you're doing right, but more about what's driving your excuses. If you focus more on your purpose, the passion would fuel your everyday presence, and then you would not be contemplating whether you're good enough. But how many of your days are lived in that manner? How many days are you saying, you know what? I really can't live out my excuses. I need to live out my purpose. So are you choosing to wake up with hope in your step to guide your actions with discipline? Or have you been hiding out with your excuses because you know them all too well? And if you're comfortable, well, there's no reason to change. But let's get real on this beautiful day. Even if it's raining in your neck of the woods, you were created for more, destined to create your now. So what's driving your excuses? Seriously. What makes you feel stuck and keeps you settled in that chair of comfort? Because if we don't address the root of the problem, what happens? You're only treating the symptoms. Have you ever gone to your doctor and said, man, I just got this pain in my hip. It won't go away. Just take away old age, okay? You're like, I just don't understand. Oh, well, if it's just a pain you're feeling, why don't you just take some ibuprofen? Everything will be fine. You take a couple a day. If it's really bad, you can increase it up to so many times, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, what is that doing? Is that finding the root of the problem, or is that masking the symptoms? When we live out our excuses, we're masking the symptoms. If you want to live out your purpose, you got to peel back the onion. You got to be willing to go even deeper. You got to be willing to answer the tough questions. You got to be willing to say, gosh, darn it, why am I still where I'm at? I was talking about how my brain was fried over the weekend because I've been dealing with numbers and going through itemized listing after listing after listing. And I think that's important. Number one, I definitely know where our money went for the entire year. Do you know where you're spending your money? Like, seriously, that's a sincere question. At the same time, you could flip that and just interject the excuses, right? Do you know your purpose? Are you living out the purpose God has destined for you, divinely designed for only you, that only you can fulfill? Or are you living out your excuses because it's just much easier? What is it? Maybe you're stuck in between. Maybe you fluctuate. You go from one chair of comfort to the other chair of comfort. And you're like, oh, today, man, I'm kind of feeling with it. So you spend an hour on your purpose. And then the next day, you're like, oh, no, man, I'm too tired. I can't do this. I just have to deal with the dinner dishes and dogs. That's all I can do. And then one day leads to the next, which leads to the next. And now you're a year later, 2 years, 2 decades. You see what I mean? What's driving your excuses? Are you feeling stuck? Are you wondering, Christiane, I just don't know what to do in my career right now. I'm at a pivotal point where I can come and do what I want to do and change my career completely, or I can stay where I'm at and grow with the company. Hard decision, isn't it? None of this is going to be, oh, I got it, unless have you been working on it for a while. But I want you to connect your head and your heart today. I want you to look at what is driving your excuses. What's allowing you to sit in that comfort chair that says, I just can't get out of here. Maybe it's fear of failure. The fear of not succeeding or living up to expectations can be so powerful. It's a powerful driver of excuses. And this fear can paralyze us and prevent us from taking risks and stepping outside our comfort zones. It's like you're frozen in time, like, oh, I can't do this. The fear of failure is real, but you don't have to live there. Okay? That's the difference. But a lot of times we're causing ourselves to be stuck because we think it's easier to live there because we already know what it brings. There's no unknown. So that also takes away another fear called the fear of the unknown. There's so many different fears in life. But everybody fears what you don't know. And so if you're wanting to do something different, you've got to be willing to step out of that comfort zone. Getting out of that chair of comfort, right? That says, ooh, this feels so good. Maybe it's lack of clarity. Uncertainty about your purpose or direction in life can lead to indecision and inaction. And that means what? You stay stuck. You don't go anywhere. You just keep doing what you know. It's called rinse and repeat. Habit drives habit drives habit. And without a clear vision of where you want to go, it's easy to get caught up in the excuses and distractions. I found myself at one point this weekend just needing a moment to breathe. And I got on my phone and I went into my Facebook and I thought, why am I even here? Like, I don't really enjoy being on Facebook. I don't. I'm not a social media person. Our stuff posts automatically to there. I do it through our podcast hosting, Libsyn, and it just shows up there and I don't touch it. Why? Because I'm not really interested. And that sounds horrible. But I would rather connect on a more personal basis. I would rather you reach out to me via email and say, Christiane, do you have a moment? Now, pretty soon that's going to expand, which I'm excited about. We're going to be opening up our free community, Kairos. We're going to be opening up AIM, which, yes, is a paid community, but you get more direct access to me. And we're going to have our live event started, which is our PJ party. That's all I'm going to say. Is that enough tease for you? It's all coming up. April is going to be a huge month. And I'm already exhausted thinking about it. Because, listen, I have been stuck too. And all that I've been talking about, how many years have I been talking about AIM? Okay, way too many. I need 2 hands to count. But what I do know is that it is going to happen, but sometimes seasons change. So sometimes you get stuck because it's not a lack of clarity, but it's just a lack of, okay, I can't be in that season right now because I just can't. And you accept it and you move on and then come back and circle back around when it's possible. That's okay. So don't act like you're stuck if you're really not. Acknowledge what you have in front of you or what is really happening in your life. Here's another good one to think about. What about that negative self-talk? I'm not good enough. Those negative beliefs about your capability, your worthiness. All of it can undermine your confidence and fuel self-doubt. Like, not happening. I've already failed too many times. And that negative self-talk can create a barrier to pursuing your purpose with conviction. It's like, deer in the headlights moment all the time. And it has nothing to do with fear. It's just that I don't think I can make it up that hill. And in fact, I don't really even want to try. It would be just easier if I just hang out with what I know and it's okay. But guess what? You were made for more. So it's time to break the chains of excuses. That is your Kiss to Keep It Simple strategy. Break the chains of excuses. You get to do that when you decide to do it. It doesn't just magically appear. You have to decide every single day when your eyes open up, I get to break the chains of excuses. In fact, write it on a Post-it note and stick it on your bathroom mirror. Stick it in the toilet room. Seriously. I get to break the chains of excuses. Put it on your refrigerator if you're wanting to look better for the summer. I get to break the chains of excuses. I get to feel good about myself. I am enough. God created me on purpose for a purpose. Because if you don't do that, you're going to keep doing what has not worked for you in the past because it's those old habits. They keep coming back because there's nothing new. Yet we chase all the new stuff. We want what's new. But we don't have to change what comes easy to us in the privacy of our own four walls. Ouch, did that hurt this Monday? I bet you it did. It's a gut check. Heart and head. We don't want to have what's easy. I mean, what do you do within the privacy of your own four walls? Do you show up the same outside as you do inside? I can say definitely here on this podcast when I'm with you, if you were to come into my house, let me tell you, I'd be the same person that you hear now and that you see at the house. When I tell you my house is still a mess because we're finishing up renovations, my house is a mess. We're finishing up renovations. That's just what it is. It's not an excuse. It's a fact. It drives me crazy, but I don't attach myself to that feeling. And I know I'm going to make some headway this April, and a lot of things are going to change. And it's exciting because then it's like, oh, now my house will be a home again. But see, if you don't know who you are and you pretend in one place and act in another place, how can you break free? So what do you want? Seriously. Do you want to hold on to that chair of comfort? Do you want to keep that butt impression of, oh, I like my excuses and I'm holding on tight to them? Great. Then just stop now. Have a blessed day. And I mean that sincerely. Seriously. But if you're like, question mark, I'm not really sure. I want what's different. I don't know how to expect it. I've made changes before. Oh, we've moved, or I've changed a job, or we've had another child or two. We got a dog. All that stuff is new. Maybe you've done some renovations in your house. That's all change, right? You've experienced change in your life. But the change that comes from within is the hardest. And it takes determination, resilience, a compassion for yourself, and a reflection that when you see yourself in the mirror, you see who God already sees. So what are some ways to break free from those chains of excuses? Well, number one, challenge your limiting beliefs. You need to identify and challenge all the negativity that you're believing that's holding you back. Replace them with positive affirmations, things that you know are true. And that means if you've got somebody in your life that's speaking dirt into you, you need to clean it up, get rid of it, flush them down the toilet, and say, I'm done with you, and don't hang out there anymore. Seriously. Challenge your limiting beliefs. Don't hang out with people who limit you. Right? You were created for more. You get to create your now every single time your eyes open and God has given you breath another day. Number two, set small, achievable goals. I've said this before. I don't know who said it, but how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And that one bite at a time has nothing to do with trying to sit there and figure out, how am I going to eat the whole elephant? It's literally set small, achievable goals. Break down what you really want, that bigger picture, and make them achievable. It's called a puzzle piece. And when you take these small steps toward where you want to go, your vision, that builds momentum and confidence within yourself. That's where your heart and head connect. And you're like, oh, and the angels sing, and you're like, yes. Now you're still going to hit failure. You're still going to have question marks, but guess what? You can go back and say, oh, yes, I remember when. And it's a great reminder, and you start again with the next small, achievable goal. And then finally, number three, Cultivate and celebrate with a supportive environment. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Who are the peeps of your day? My father loved the peeps, the marshmallow peeps. Yes. I don't know why. I do not. I don't know if it's because they're squishy in my mouth, but we'll leave that for another episode. But he loved the peeps. And so every Easter, and even every Easter now, like Easter's around the corner, there's peeps in the store. And we even have a stuffed animal that I got, one of my children, that's a peep. It's a yellow, bright peep. It's about, oh goodness gracious, it's probably 30 inches or so tall. Like, it's a peep. It's a big one. And I think everybody needs a bright yellow peep in their life. Someone who will love them regardless of what's happening. Someone who will love them even when they mess up, especially in the privacy of their own four walls, especially when they tell you your deepest, darkest secrets. Someone who's going to love you and take anything and everything you tell them to the grave with them. But you've got to find those peeps, and there's not a lot of them. Have you noticed that in a package, there's not a lot of peeps in there? You don't need hundreds of peeps. You need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe. Some may or may not be in your family. Maybe I'm one of your peeps. Thank you. I really do honor that. And maybe you see it as, yes, Christiane, you show up here every single day, and I may not listen to you every single day, but I'm here. And what you say speaks life into me. Thank you. And let me tell you, if you were to send me an email, what you say to me comes only to me. It comes directly to me. I don't have a team of 500 working this. I believe in what I do and how I support you. And that's why it's important, yes, in honor of my dad, surround yourself with those peeps who believe in your potential and encourage you to pursue your purpose. Seek them out. And if you already know someone, get to know them more. Maybe you need to find yourself a coach. Maybe you need to find a like-minded community. Oh, guess what? Kairos and AIM. Just saying. You've got to find that safe space for you. One way to look at it is to ask yourself this when it comes to, what do I do next? What do I want to cuddle up with? What do I value? Where do I want to be tomorrow? Because you see, what you do today affects your tomorrow. And so if you want today to be your tomorrow, then keep doing what you want for tomorrow. You do that today. But if you want tomorrow to be different, you have to make today different. You follow me? So what do you want to cuddle up with? In the privacy of your own four walls, what do you want to see within your own reflection? What do you want to value? Maybe you're valuing too much on social media. I get it. Okay, there's no shame here. You don't need to feel the guilt. I'm not judging you. But you need to then discipline yourself and say, I got to get off. I've got to make some determinations that this doesn't work for me. And where do you want to be tomorrow? It all starts today. Don't cloud your expectations with dreams that are too big to come true tomorrow. Take the next step and create your now. Because my friend, one step at a time leads to your miles of greatness. Go in peace. Be present, be incredible, be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.